Hi, and we're going to continue on. So I was, in the last video, I was putting in some payment detail information here for payment number 2, and they had picked that they would do November at that point in time, and so on. So this is how we go in and manually let them pick their dates, because this is one of the things that we're proud of, is letting the client set up their payment structure. So I'm just going to finish this up real quick. And then we hit save. And then now we have some basic information up here at the top for this prospect. So we have their close date, their amount, the email that we're going to send the electronic contract to, and then their phone number, and of course their event date. So we click send standard contract at this point in time. Once we've agreed that that information is correct enough for them, and then we go ahead and we click next, and it populates our contract using the EchoSign connection through Adobe. And it brings over some of the information. Anything in gray is locked. Yellow with the red stars will mean it'll be filled out by the client. You can see where they initial, contract number, our TSE number. We can see the payment plan, $74.50, $14.50 for deposit, $600 remaining, and the payment structure. And then we can see who will be signing. And then, of course, they will click and close that they agree, that they verify this information, and that is it. So I'm going to close that because I didn't have a real email to send it to. So it's going to show this as pending. I'm going to go ahead and just skip that process and just present it as if the contract has come back and been won. So when the contract is then signed by the client and by the manager on property, what happens is it gets moved to awaiting payment at this point in time. So in awaiting payment, we're waiting for them to actually go and put that down payment down. That's why the probability is at 95%. They need to make sure that they go and they do the original contract deposit. Once that has been verified, and we know that we have a code for the processor from our transaction ID, we go in and we put in the transaction ID that is on the receipt. And then we move it to closed won, and we hit save. So then I have a closed won deal. And then under my Lightning here, we will be able to see under my dashboard here, that I have a closed deal for $74.50 here. And I also had my lead from earlier. I had my total booking here. And it doesn't have me on this one. I probably have it blocked in the reporting tool. So that is the basic process. Now, if the client, a few other things that what we can use here is we have a reconciliation report. If the client cancels, we have to go in and then say, we have to fill this information out for the account name, the date the contract originally booked, the client's name, original contract amount, total amount collected. So if we were to go cancel my last one and that I just made, and we say I collected $4,500, I still owed $6,000. Original event date was October of 2020. And cancellation date was, we're going to cancel that for today. Yes, we got a written, and then I'm going to complete this process here in a minute because I actually have to go in and delete it. And then what was the last day? And then so we're gonna go ahead and mark that as done. So that is the main thing that the managers use the CRM for. One of the things that we also do have here is our calendar built in, where it's also connected to Google Calendar. So when I set up my tour for this weekend, you can see this where I had my IT guy. It's for the contract, but this was when my little tour that I had set up on the lead. So that's on the calendar for this weekend. I think that about covers the basic stuff. Let me know what else you may need or want to see. Thanks.